Hi guys, Harry Yotis here, professional trader for 20 years. Started my career in 2005 and still alive, barely, in 2026. This big red candle on the last day of options expiry is March the 20th, 2026. What a crazy week. We started out here, touched the 673 level, and then back down, and we crashed right below huge support that has lasted for a long time. Okay, so basically fear. Everything is fear. Everything is based on this war, Iran. Everybody's going nuts and dumping everything. We are in the middle of a capitulation event. Okay, so let's talk about the technicals. The technical picture was neutral after today because we closed below the 652 strong level. There is technically bearish. Okay, we're going into this short-term move is basically we're down about 7% from the highs. We were down lower, but then the market came back towards the end, the last 10, 15 minutes. So we are like in bearish mode. However, this could be because we're in a capitulation type of event where everything is being sold, levels don't matter. They'll just sell until they're done selling. Okay? And it doesn't matter where it is. We don't know where it is. We can continue even more. But I suspect we are close to a pop, maybe even next week. Doesn't mean we go to highs. We might just have a violent pop up to 673 again before rolling over. That would be very bad because that would be like a head and shoulders type thing where this is one shoulder, head, and the other shoulder before dropping. It's going to be bad. Okay, but we haven't got there yet. I just think that we are very, very extreme in everything, including sentiment. Okay, fear and greed. We're at 15. Okay, a gap down open on Monday, which is what I expect will happen, will bring it to the single digits. Okay, we haven't seen that since the tariff tantrum of last year. Okay, extreme fear everywhere. Okay, we don't even have to look. Everything is extreme fear. Oh, market volatility fear. Everything is extreme fear. Everybody's super scared, dumping everything. You can see it. Okay, so it doesn't really change the picture that much. We are in massive amounts of fear, and it could continue until there's a washout. I'm looking for a washout. I'm hoping for a gap down open on Monday, but heavily. Okay, that would signal that we are close to a rally phase. Okay, and the reason for all of this is, of course, okay, CNBC. You go there to see what the consensus is. It's the stocks tumble Friday as losses mount from Iran war. Okay, it's basically you have more of these Iran war topics. You have here oil rises. Oil rises as 3 more warships and thousands of Marines are dispatched to the Mideast. Trump blasts paper tiger NATO. Just escalation of the war. Fears are rampant, and you can see it everywhere. Okay, but oil. Let's see oil again. Still holding there. It's not like it ripped for the market to go down. The market is just selling on fears and anticipation of a move higher. Now we said this could be a high tide flag before it goes up, or it could be a move, a consolidation type at the highs before going lower. We don't know. Okay, if we bring in the moving averages, still not closing below the 10. The once it closes below the 10, we might get a little cascade move down. Who knows? Okay, it all depends on the war. It's all about war fears and how this plays out. Okay, it's all dependent on this. That's it. So everybody's scared because of that. And another thing that we should look at is we should always look at gold and precious metals. What are they doing here? Okay, as you can see, closed below the 50. A couple of days ago, we said it just broke its up move, so now it's going lower. However, this was the first day. Okay, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it closed even lower. These were the first 3 days of capitulation selling in gold. We're hitting this huge 4,500 level, and before it was the 4,400. This is very, very strong. The RSI is not really oversold yet, but it doesn't really matter. When capitulation selling comes, these guys have to sell. And who are these guys? It has to do with oil. Okay, we know for sure that because oil is so high, somebody needs to raise some cash. Okay, and they're selling gold. Why are they selling gold? Well, when you sell gold, you receive US dollars. So we know it's somebody who values having US dollars over keeping their gold stash. So it's probably some Middle Eastern country affected by the war. There's an oil exporter that is not getting US dollars from selling its oil, and it has to sell something. Gold is the only thing with the bid in order to raise US dollars. I guess it wants more US dollars. It doesn't want to sell its gold. I guess it just has to. Okay, so we don't know. Again, this is support, but we don't know where it's going to end. Gold. This is like a down. We're down almost 20%. from the highs. Okay, we are probably down 20% from gold's highs of 4,500 to 4,500. Excuse me, the highs were 5,500, and now we're at 4,500. We're about, I guess, 4,400 would technically would be 20%, maybe, I don't know, 18, 19. This happens regularly in gold bull markets. Okay, a 20% drop is normal, and we should usually see a hit of the 200, which now is at 4,000 but rising. Okay, I don't know if it consolidates here, if the selling is done, the capitulation selling in gold and the dollar raising via gold selling is done, we could chop around before going higher. And as this climbs up, you can extrapolate it maybe by May or something. Couple months, it could rise up to the 4,500 level here, which is support, which is very, very strong. Okay, this is a good place to buy. I have been buying some of my juniors here because a lot of, you can't see it through GDXJ. I mean, maybe you can. In fact, yes, you can. GDXJ here, which are the gold juniors, broke from 157 all the way down to like 105. This is like a 33% drop. A lot of the juniors that I'm seeing are down 30 to 40%. This is ridiculously cheap compared to what the price of gold is. They're cheap at $3,000 gold. Gold is 4,400. Okay, a good buy would be at the $100 level, which would be the 200-day moving average. That's what we want to buy it at. Okay, I started buying a little bit early, but I'll buy more if it goes there. So, I mean, that's GDXJ. GDX is the exact same story, from 116 down to 80. Okay, so it's about the same thing. So it's a carbon copy chart, waiting for the 200. Okay, so it's all because of gold selling due to raise US dollars. Okay, so hopefully it's over if you're a gold bull. I don't know if it is, but this is the time. You don't want to buy. It feels so scary to buy, but that's when you have to step in and do it. Okay, this is the level. It's perfect, and the GDXJ is approaching great levels, and the GDX both together are approaching great levels to buy. Okay, so that's it, guys. It's all fear-based. Okay, the SPY, we had OPEX is over, and now we have to see what happens next. We are technically closing below the support here, so it's bearish. However, be careful, because if we get a gap down open on Monday, or if there's some kind of good news over the weekend and it rips higher, gap up open, this could be a bear trap. Okay, I know that a lot of momentum type traders like commodity trading advisors like CTA there, or momentum driven funds, have sold when we closed below, as we closed today, below the 200 and below this support. Okay, so it could be a cascading move, like lower to get the fear and greed down to single digits. You don't know, a gap down move, something. Okay, the SPY is down 7%. Here, this level right here, 625, is about 10%. And this magic 612 level that I've drawn, let's get rid of the moving averages for now so you can see it better. This 612 level is about which is previous support here from 2025. This is a minus 12% move, okay? And look at the taper tantrum here in 2025. This dropped 20% on fears of tariffs being at 200% and inflation going through the roof. So people are very, very fearful. It could drop. You could have a spike down to 612. Like we had this, look at these. The past 2 days here were vicious. Okay, if you just look at what happened in 2025, in 2-3 days, the market would drop like, 50 points, like 10%. So you don't know, when people are super scared and panicky, anything can happen. That's why levels don't matter during capitulations. Okay, so you have to wait until you get some kind of confirmation. We don't know yet. A gap down open with a big, green candle, like a bullish engulfing, would be very, very telling, or a gap up and go, because the war is like being alleviated, or something is happening in the war that will alleviate the price of oil and inflation. Because this is fear due to the war, which is basically oil and inflation. That's it. It all comes down to inflation or growth. Inflation or growth. Those are the only two reasons the market goes up or down. Okay, and now the fear is because of higher inflation due to higher oil prices. So crazy week, very tough. Took a hit, still riding it out, waiting for opportune moments to buy into the GDX. If you want, let's bring the moving averages again. Getting very close to buy right here. Okay, it broke right through the support. It doesn't really matter. Remember, support doesn't matter when they're just capitulating and selling everything. I could see it in the intraday charts of a lot of my juniors that I trade. Very fearful, very, very fearful. But you have to step up and buy. That's what you got to do, guys. Okay, at this point, I've entered a short. I want to sell a put spread in the SPY way out of the money. I didn't get my price. Okay, I'm still holding it. If we gap down, I probably will get my price. Okay, and it's longer dated. It's like 3-4 months down the line, because I think this doesn't last long and we go back up. Okay, so that's it. I hope you like what you saw. Of course, like and subscribe and leave a comment below. I'll answer all as fast as I can. So that's it, guys. Looking forward to what happens next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there's some kind of de-escalation in this pointless, useless war that we're having here in the Middle East. All right, later, guys.